Okay, good day everyone. So for today's video, I prepared about the topic on special types of matrices and partition matrices. Okay, so at the end of the lesson, you will be able to solve matrices involving partitioned matrices, differentiate singular from non-singular and invertible from non-invertible, and apply singular and non-singular in solving matrices. Okay, for the first definitions, the diagonal matrix is a square matrix in which all the entries outside the main diagonal are 0. So the main diagonal runs from the upper left corner to the lower right corner of the matrix. So try to look at the following examples. So we have in our matrix A, okay, let me use the laser. So I'm going to look now at the matrix A. Okay, we have here the entries 1, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 3. If we're going to look now on this part, we have the diagonal matrix whose entries are 1, 2, 3. Ayan. And the rest of the entries are all 0. Similarly, we're going to look at our matrix B. So we have the entries here as 2, 2, 2, and the rest are 0. And similarly with our matrix I, the entries for the main diagonal are all 1 and the rest are 0. Okay? Now we have here a special type of diagonal matrix in the form of a square matrix. So a square matrix is a matrix with the same number of rows and columns. So we have here the kinds of square matrix. We have the 2 by 2 diagonal matrix whose entries are 3, 0, 0, negative 2. So here, ayan, we have those are the entries while all other entries are 0. Then we also have the 3 by 3 diagonal matrix. Okay, we have here the entries for the main diagonal 1, 4, 7, and the rest of the entries are all 0. So these are the two types of a square matrix. Okay, then we have the what we call identity matrix. Yan. If we're going to look at the entries, we have here in diagonal matrix, we have here 1, 1. So in our 3 by 3, all of the entries are 1 in the diagonal matrix and the rest are 0. So that is what we call identity matrix. Okay? For the 0 matrix, so obviously a 0 matrix, all entries are 0. So it is also a diagonal matrix. Now, for the scalar matrix, it is a diagonal matrix where all diagonal elements are equal. So, if we're going to look now in our matrix B, we have here all of these are 2 in the diagonal matrix and the rest are 0. And then we have here 1 for the diagonal matrix and all other entries are 0. So this is a special type of diagonal matrix and it is also known as scalar matrix. Now let us look at this another types of matrix which is called symmetric matrix. So it is a square matrix that is equal to its transpose. So let us recall when we talk about the transpose, the rows entries is written into columns and vice versa. So a matrix A is symmetric if A is equal to its transpose. Now let us look at this example. When we have in our first row, the entries are 1, 2, 3, then it is written also as 1, 2, 3 into the first column. Similarly, if we have 2, 4, 5 for the second row, that is also now written 2, 4, 5 as column. And the third row, 3, 5, 6, is written 3, 5, 6 into column. So that is our symmetric matrix. Okay. For the skew symmetric matrix, it is known as anti-symmetric matrix. It is a square matrix whose transpose is equal to its negative. So a matrix A is skew-matrix symmetric if A transpose is equal to a negative of the given matrix A. So diagonal elements are always 0. So try to look now at our example. It is a skew-symmetric matrix. By looking now at its diagonal, all the entries are 0. And then try to look at our first row. 0 to negative 3, written to its transpose, it must be 0 to negative 3. But looking now on this, it must be negated. So we have the negative of 0, of course, that is also 0. The negative of 2 is negative 2. Negative of negative 3, that is now 3. Okay. Looking now at second row, negative 2, 0, negative 5. So written to its transpose, but we're going to get the negative. Negative of 2 is positive 2. Of course, negative of 0 is 0. And negative of negative 5 is positive 5. And the third row, 3, 5, 0, we have the negative of 3. And we have negative 3, negative of 5, and 0. So that is our skew symmetric matrix. For the partition matrix, it is also known as block matrix. It's a matrix that has been divided into smaller matrices called blocks or sub-matrices. Okay. Ayan. Let us look at our matrix A. So we have here the entries. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2, 4, negative 3, 5, 3, 0, 5, negative 3. If we cross out the second row, let us cross out the second row. And we have, and then similarly, let us cross out the third column. So what is left now? We have here 1, 2, 4, and 3, 0, negative 3. This is now what we call sub-matrix. Okay? Now, the real-life application in the Philippine Calabarzon region, partition matrices can be particularly useful in industries such as manufacturing and agriculture, where large data sets need to be analyzed. So, for example, in manufacturing, so particularly here in Calamba, wherein there are lots of manufacturing companies and also agricultural. So in manufacturing, partitioning can help in optimizing supply chain logistics by breaking down the problem into smaller, more manageable parts. And in agriculture, it can assist in analyzing soil data and crop yield to improve the farming practices. Okay? Now let us move to non-singular matrices. It is a square matrix. Of course, we have the same number of rows and columns that has an inverse. So if we're going to get the product of AB, that is now the same as BA, that is the same as our the inverse, which is now the identity matrix. So let A be our given, whose entries are 2, 3, 2, 2, and the matrix B, whose entries are negative 1, 3 halves, 1, negative 1. So if we're going to get the product of AB, okay, so we will result now into 2 times negative 1 is, okay, simplify muna natin. 2 times negative 1 plus 3 times 1, okay, this one. And then we have again the first row to the second column, 2 times 3 halves plus 3 times negative 1. Second row, 2 times negative 1 plus 2 times 1. Kalimutan yung mga laser. And then second row, 2 times 3 halves, ito siya, plus 2 times negative 1. So simplifying, we have 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Added to 3, we arrive at 1. So that is the first entry in the product. And then 2 times 3 halves is the same as 2 times 3, which is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So plus a negative 3. So 3 plus negative 3 is 0. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Added to positive 2, we also arrive at 0. Then 2 times 3 halves is 3. that is 6 over 2 or 3, added to negative 2. So 3 minus 2, that is 1. So the result now is 1, 0, 0, 1, which is this part is also what we call the identity matrix. So once we multiply two matrices and we arrive at identity matrices, we can conclude now that the given matrix is non-singular. Okay? On the other hand, let us show this. Showing now these examples, we have the matrix A, and then we're going to show if the non-singular matrix A exists. So we are going to set, okay, we are going to use A, B, C, D to find the inverse of our A, and then our identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. So let us get the product of A and its inverse. So we will arrive at 1 times A, then 2 times C, first row to the second column, 1 times B, 2 times D, so plus 2D. Second row, 3 times A, plus 4 times C, 3 times B, plus 4 times D. And then, let us copy. So these two are equal matrices. That give us, okay, A plus 2C, that is our first equation, that is equal to 1. Then, okay, we have, ayan, second equation will be B plus 2D is equal to 0, 3A plus 4C is equal to 1, and 3B plus 4D is equal to 1. So we arrive at 4 equations. We can solve now for the value of A and C. So if we want to eliminate the variable A, we have to multiply the first equation by negative 3 and proceed to addition. But if we want to eliminate variable C, we have to multiply this by a negative 2 to eliminate C. Proceed to addition. So let us do the process of multiplying negative 2 to our first equation. So negative 2 times A, we have negative 2A. Negative 2 times 2C, that is now negative 4C. And negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Then, let us copy your second equation. Dapat ito second equation. Okay? So, this is 3A plus 4C is equal to 0. And then, we have to proceed to addition. Negative 2A plus 3A, that is, okay, this one. Negative 4C plus 4C is 0 already. Okay? Then, negative 2A plus 3A, that is A. And negative 2 plus 0 is negative 2. So, we arrive at the value of A as negative 2. Now, let us use this value to find the value of C using our first equation. So, we have an A plus 2C is equal to 1. Then, substitute the value of A as negative 2. So, negative 2 plus 2C is equal to 1. Let us add positive 2 on both sides to get the value of C. So, we arrive at 2C is equal to 1 plus 2, which is 3. Then divide both sides by 2. So we arrive at C is equal to 3 halves. Okay, let us choose our equation number 3 and equation number 4 to eliminate our, to find the value of our variables B and D. So if we want to eliminate our B variable, we need to multiply the third equation by negative 3. And if we want to eliminate the variable D, we need to multiply this by negative 2. So let us use that process by multiplying negative 2 to our equation number 3. So negative 2 times B, we have negative 2B. Negative 2 times 2D, that is now negative 4D. And 0 times negative 2 is 0. Now let us copy our fourth equation. 3b plus 4d equals 1, and then proceed to addition. So this is 0, negative 4d plus 4d is 0. Negative 2b plus 3b is b, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So the value of b is 1, and let us use this value to find the value of d. So substitute in our Equation number 3, 1 plus 2d is equal to 0. Add both sides by -1, so 2d is equal to -1. And divide both sides by 2. So d is equal to -1/2. Now let us use the values. A is -2, B is 1, and C is okay, C is 3/2 and D is -1/2. Then multiply to the given equation whose entries are 1, 2, 3, 4 to check if we arrive at 1001 as the entry para to check natin if this matrix is a non-singular. Okay? So, check lang natin, hindi na naipakita na. So, -2 times 1 is -2. 1 times 3 is 3. So, -2 plus 3 is 1. Okay, this is correct. Then, -2 times 2 is -4. 1 times 4 is +4. So, -4 plus 4 is 0. Check. Then, 3/2 times 1, that is 3/2. And then, 3/2 times, -1/2 times 3. That is 3/2 minus 3/2. So we arrive at 0. And then second row again to the second column. 3/2 times 2, that is 6/2 or 3. The -1/2 times 4 is -2. So 3 minus 2, that is 1. So we arrive at 1001. Therefore, we conclude that A is a non-singular matrix. Okay. Now let us take this example. If we have our matrix A whose entries are 1, 2, 2, 4. If the inverse exists, we have to use A, B, C, D again as the substitute for our unknown. Okay. And then let us multiply. Do we arrive at 1001 to determine that we have here an identity matrix. Okay, multiplying 1 times A is A, 2 times C is 2C, then 1 times B is B, 2 times D is 2D. Then 2 times A is 2A, plus 4 times C is 4C. 2 times B is 2B, plus 4 times D is 4D. Then, to eliminate, okay, we will arrive now first to the equations. Now, A plus 2C is equal to 1. Ayan, ito po. Then, B plus 2D is equal to 0. Second equation. 2A plus 4C is 0. Third equation. And 2B plus 4D is equal to 1 for the fourth equation. Now, if we want to eliminate one of the variables, we can multiply this by multiplying to -2. But looking now at the result, 2 times -2, -2 times A, we arrive at -2. Added to 2A, we arrive at 0. Similarly, -2 times 2C is -4C. Added to 4C, we arrive at 0. And then 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. So we can say that 0 is not equal to 1. So what is our conclusion? Ayan, there is no solution. Okay? So the assumption now that the inverse does not exist, it is now called as, ayan, if we have no solution, we can say that the matrix A is singular. Ayan. See the difference. If we arrive at a certain solution for the value of A, B, C, D, that is non-singular. Otherwise, if there is no solution, that is called singular. Okay. Now, try to look at the linear system and inverses. So, we have here, let the inverse of A, whose entries are 2, 1, 3/2, -1/2. And then, of course, the constant, we have here 8, 6. So, if we're going to multiply the inverse and the constant, so what will happen? -2, -2 times 8, that is -16, plus 1 times 6, which is 6. So, -16 plus 6, we arrive at -10. And then 3 halves times 8, so that is 24 divided by 2, we have 12. And then 1 half, negative 1 half of 6 is negative 3. So 12 minus 3, we arrive at 9. Ayan. So we obtain a certain value. Negative 10, 9. So we have here the solution. Okay. Now to summarize, I have here the different definition for you to look. Okay, for definition 1, again, a matrix A with real entries is called the symmetric if the transpose of A is equal to uh, our matrix A. And then a matrix A with real entries is called skew matrix if the transpose of A is equal to its negative. Okay? An m by n matrix is called non-singular or invertible if there exists an n by n, so square matrix, diba? That such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I. Okay, the inverse. Such that B is called an inverse of A. Otherwise, A is called singular or non-invertible. And then, theorem 5.1, the inverse of a matrix, if it exists, is unique. If A and B are both non-singular n by n matrices, then AB is non-singular. Then, the inverse of AB is equal to, ayan, we have here B, the inverse of B times the inverse of A. Okay, let us have this 5.3. Okay, how will you determine if we have a singular or non-singular matrix? Okay, so try to continue reading, and I prepared here the activity number 5 for you to have a practice. So try to answer this activity. Okay, so that's all for this lesson. I hope you learn, and if you have any question, just raise this into our GC. Okay, thank you so much. God bless everyone.